Greetings, salutations. This is Seth, and I've got a little bit of a different thing for us today. I'd like to pose a short question and a short answer. The question is, how do people know you are a Christian in this post-election season? It can't be based on the party you voted for. As Christians, we don't have political allegiance as part of our faith. However, I would argue that in this time of stress and heated language, we have as Christians something that is bigger than everything that is going on. So I start my answer with this. In the words of John 13:35, and in the later song, they will know we are Christians by our love. We're in a time where many people are in pain, stressing, and our first job to that pain, to the response, is to be a comfort for all, regardless of what party affiliation that person may have. We need to show how we have a calm that surpasses all human understanding, calm that is founded on the fact that this world is temporary. This life is merely an instant in the eternity that we will all live. We need to express our assurance that is found in the eternal will of God. Now, living through the will of God cannot always be easy. In Habakkuk chapter 1, we see that God's will on this earth can be a very painful experience, an experience that we can look at and we can cry and we can shout and say, this is wrong. But because of the brokenness that is in the world, that was introduced into the world by humanity, sometimes everything isn't right, according to what we would define as right, or what we would define as the perfect right. Brokenness exists, and God's will exists in the brokenness, in the temporary nature of this world. So we can mourn, we can cry, we can tear our hair out around this election. But as Christians, let us do our post-election response differently. Let us cry, mourn, and do our tearing out in private. Let us express our grief between us and God. When it comes to the public, when it comes to each other, while we may share in some part that we are still feeling human beings who are experiencing great pain, let us eclipse, let us overshadow all of that pain with the eternal hope that we have and with the utmost goal that we have, which is to love God with all our heart, mind, and soul, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. And let us show that love, not just to those whom we would consider our neighbor, but even to those who we would consider our enemy, and to those whom consider us their enemy. For we are enemy of none on this earth. There is no person who is our enemy. All are our neighbor. All are deserving of love. God, the ultimate judge, will resolve things in the end. We rest upon that. Amen. Have a Jesus-filled week, everybody.